What's going on, guys? It's me, Dreamliner Fan 2016 here, and today we have the NG Models April 2023 releases for you guys. I'm excited to see what NG has in store for April, and judging from the hints, they hinted 39 models, which is a lot, kind of like similar to like the February 2023 releases. So expect a big release set and expect some delays, of course. NG has like released their February releases, and some models are delayed, as well as from the March set. So I'm eager to see what NG has in store for April, and hopefully we get some good varieties. Cause like when I look at their hits, it's like every single airline from every single continent except for Antarctica. So there should be like great varieties from this set. So I'm really excited. Now, of course, I want to go through the hints a bit fast for this one because I don't want to like spend too long of a video. But we have some Boeing 737s. I'm hoping for some MAX 9s like Alaska's, and hopefully we could get some Southwest as well. So I'm eager to see what it looks like. We might get some Iceland Airs, not sure. Maybe some United or American 777s. And of course, there's some Alpha 7 registrations, so expect some Qatars. But hopefully something interesting will pop up. Other than that, we have Air India, British Airways. I hint to those, and probably some Airbuses, mainly like Condors and like Asia stuff, like China Eastern or Southern. But yeah, those are the things I like to predict. I don't want to go through all the releases, otherwise this portion of the video will take too long. But I'm really excited to dive down into these releases. And yeah, so of course before I do that, I do want to check out the March 2023 releases. So the Air Europa 737-800 is already sold out. The Southwest 737-700 in the Canyon Blue livery with split scimitars. So happens it's not even sold out yet, and it's a Southwest model, and it's in the Canyon Blue livery. Probably because like all the Canyon Blue planes are like phasing out. But hey, the model turned out it looks very nice, I gotta say. The model turned out very nice, and of course the vibrant colors. I will be getting the re-release because I missed out on like I think it was the April 2021 version of this model, so I'll be getting that. And it should be nice. Some models are delayed like the Ryanair 737-800 with splits, and what else? The Cebu Pacific is also delayed as well, and some other models like Air India's, Eva Airs, yeah. But other than that, we have a few like available models and sold out models from the release set for March. And yeah, so now that's that. Of course, I do want to scroll through this quickly because I want to dive down into the releases for you guys. So let's go on down and check out the April releases, and there they are right here. So I'm really excited to see what NG has for April, and I'm hoping it's a good month. So without further ado, let's go into the NG Models April 2023 releases for you guys. So let's start off with our first model for this release set. So where do we begin first? Let's begin with an Air China Airbus A330-300. Quite surprised they're starting with the Airbuses now. And here it is right there. So this is the Air China A330-300. I'm not sure if they actually released this or this was like a previous release, but they didn't like hit it out like a A330 on like the hints page. So this kind of like popped out of nowhere. I think it was what is that? Oh yeah, it's like a feature release for NG, and they decided to release it for April. So here's the Air China A330-300, looking very nice. And the registration on this aircraft is Bravo 6511. So starting off with an A330, I must say. And before I get into the other releases, I did see 3 images. I think I saw I don't want to spoil it for you guys, because I saw a 737 and a 777, and there's a third image that I don't even know what I saw, but I saw it on Model Airliner forum. Thankfully, that thing got taken away from my brain, so I don't know what the releases were. But anyway, let's get started. Let's go on down. That's what I meant to say. Alright, let's scroll on down and see what our next model is. And we have a BMI 757-200. What is this? Oh, this is the... Oh, I see what this is. This is the Buchanan model. So here's the BMI 757. Registration on this aircraft is Gulf Sierra Tango Romeo Yankee. And of course, Buchanan Models, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, is like a sub brand for like NG models. So mainly they would like make like retro planes, like they would make L-1011s, so Boeing 757s, mainly for like old airlines. So BMI used to be an airline for the UK, as you can tell by the Gulf registration. So there's that. Yeah, so got our Buchanan models right there. Alright, let's scroll on downwards, and let's see what we have first. We have an Iberia L-1011 TriStar, and I think this is another Buchanan models. Yes, it is. So here's the Iberia L-1011 TriStar. Registration of this aircraft is Tango Foxtrot Alpha Bravo Mike. And I gotta say, the L-1011 in this Iberia livery looks very nice. Of course, I do like this cheat line, where it forms like a curve at the very front, and then it becomes like a straight cheat line all the way to the back of the engine. This is like a number 2 engine on like the S-duct. Looking very nice, and it's a nice retro model for like all the European collectors. So there's the Iberia L-1011, and of course it's in the late 1970s livery. So that's that. Alright, now I think we should start getting into all like the official edgy releases for April. So let's see what our Boeing 737s are. And we'll start off with an Air China 737-600, and it has no winglets. I predicted like a 700, but turns out there is also a 600 that also has no winglets. And it is the last 737-600 retired in China with the Star Alliance logo. Well, of course the Star Alliance logo right there. So there's the Air China 737-600, and like I said, it is the last Air China, the Boeing 737-600 retired in China. Let me search it up on when Air China retired their 737-600 fleet. Give me a few seconds. 2009, so it was like a long time ago. So yeah, there's the Air China 737-600. The registration of this aircraft is Bravo 5037. So yeah, there's that China A230 for you guys. Now let's scroll on downwards and let's see what our next model is. Hopefully we can get some good varieties from the 737 section. So let's scroll on downwards, and we should have a 737-700 in the Lone Star 1 livery. How about this? Now, here's the thing, cause like, I was gonna be like preparing mass unboxing, another mass unboxing, which is a Southwest edition, and I was gonna go for like the Panda 737-700 in the Lone Star 1 livery, but it turns out NG released this, so I'm gonna have to like get this instead, because like, while the Panda mold is good, there's some problems in the Lone Star 1 livery that kind of seems off, mainly like the landing gear, to be exact. So thankfully NG released this, and I'm super excited to get this model from NG Models. That is another state livery to add to my collection. So the registration of this aircraft is, of course, November 931 Whiskey November. And my latest, I saw Lone Star 1 twice, but my latest catch was much better. I'll show you guys a picture. I think it's a raw file, but if it turns out to be an edit, then that's me. But I did see Lone Star 1 twice, like I said. The first time I saw it was like back in October 2021, and it was a bad shot because it was backlit. But thankfully, I think it was around early March or late February is when I saw this aircraft again, and I got it in very good lighting, I gotta say. Very great lighting conditions, and overall, I'm really proud of my second photo of Lone Star 1, and yeah, it should be good for editing, and hopefully I can upload that to JP. Yeah. So yeah, there's the Lone Star 1. I am super excited to get that plane. It's gonna be a nice plane, of course. Lone Star, of course, their first state livery from Southwest. Yeah. So really excited for that. Yeah. Alright, so let's go on downwards and let's see what our next plane is. Next up we have a WestJet 737-700. Interesting choice. So here's the WestJet 737-700. I've mainly seen their 800s, but I don't really recall seeing their 737-700s. Mainly, I think WestJet would like fly these around Canada, like Vancouver, Toronto, or their hub in Calgary. So I think that's what they're going for. So here she is right there. Looking very nice. And the registration of this aircraft is Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey Alpha Quebec. So that's that. Alright, scrolling on downwards. Next up we have a T-Way. It's a T-Way 737-800 in the Pikachu jet livery. So there's these other like Pikachu jets. Of course, like they're starting to like return to Pikachu jets as of like the 2020s. There's a ANA that's coming up on the 787-9. We already got a Scoot. Then we have this T-Way, which is an airline from South Korea. So you can see all these Pokemons right there. I think I know a few Pokemons from this livery. Of course, you got Pikachu right there. But there you also got like one of these Pokemons like Eevee right there. And the rest of the Pokemons, I don't even know. I just only know these two characters. Of course, I'm not really into Pokemon, but yeah. So the registration of this aircraft is Hotel Lima 8306. So that's a very interesting livery choice from NG. Alright, now we scroll on downwards, and let's see what the next model is. We should have an Alaska 737-800 in the Salmon 30 Salmon 2 livery. So it's with split scimitars. So here's the livery right there. Looking very nice. Unfortunately, this aircraft will be repainted into its regular current livery by this month. So April 17th to be exact, according to JetTip. So I'm hoping I can catch this aircraft when it comes to Sacramento before that date. But I do want to catch this aircraft. I don't know if I should get the model, to be honest, because like this livery will be repainted, so I don't know to be exact. But it's a very nice livery. I'm hoping there could be like a Salmon 30 Salmon 3 livery, or like a Max 9 to be exact. But yeah, there's this beautiful livery on the 737-800. Looking very nice, I gotta say. And yeah, one of the iconic liveries from Alaska Airlines. So the registration of this aircraft is November 559er Alpha Sierra. So there's Salmon 30 Salmon. Alright, so let's scroll on downwards. And we should have a Kenya Airways 737-800. So this is the one aircraft that I got right. And of course we're getting some African varieties, so I'm very excited for that. Mainly for like the African collectors. And yeah, there it is. Kenya Airways 737-800 right there. It's a very nice model, and with our 737 mold, I think the model should turn out very nice. So I'm really excited for that. Well, technically not excited for that because I don't see like African Airlines. I haven't seen Ethiopian or Kenya Airways, but we got this. So the registration of this aircraft is 5 Yankee Charlie Yankee Bravo. Alright, so now we move on downwards. Let's see what our next model is. And we have, here we go boys, here we go. Iceland Air Boeing 737 MAX 9. Registered Tango Foxtrot India Charlie Alpha. And this is in like the green tail. So here it is right there. Like, it's like a mint greenish, I think. I predicted like a magenta, but we do got a green tail at least. So here's the MAX 9 right there. I will actually get one of these models because I do recall seeing Iceland Air 737 MAX 9s in Seattle back in September. But I never recall seeing their newest livery as of late. So if ever Iceland Air brings this to Seattle Tacoma and I'm there, I'm hoping I can catch this. It doesn't matter what color it should be, as long as I catch a new livery MAX 9. And to be honest, I gotten used to like the new Iceland Air livery. Honestly, it could have been done better, but I do like how there's like different colors of like stripes right there on the tail. That's kind of like a nice feature to this livery. But other than that, it's another Euro white livery. What can you do about it? But hey, at least Iceland Air did a bit of creativity to this livery. So the registration, of course, I already said the registration, but of course, it's in the Boral Blue tail, which I'm not sure this is Boral Blue, which is like a big green, and I'm not gonna pronounce this name because I don't know how I'm gonna pronounce it, but I'm gonna be butchering it real bad. So, yeah. Alright, so next up, let's see what the next model is. I think it's another Iceland Air model. Yep, it is, and we have another MAX 9. How about this? Now it's oh wait a minute. Now it's in like the green tail, and of course I can't pronounce that name. So this is kind of like a, wait a minute, coral blue. I'm not sure which one's like the blue, but then we have this green tail. So here's the green tail right there. Again, same story. It's like an Icenair new livery, well, current livery to be exact, except it has different tails. So here's the green tail right there. And the registration of this aircraft is Tango Foxtrot India Charlie Bravo. So there's that. We should have another ISN Max 9. And we do have another, and this one is in a sky blue tail. So here it is right there. Sky blue tail, current livery. So I think they're gonna be getting like every single color from like the tail. Yeah, I think that's what they're doing. So here's the blue tail right there. Registration of this aircraft is Tango Foxtrot India Charlie Charlie. And our last Max 9 will feature the magenta tail. So here's the magenta tail right there. I did predict a magenta tail, and quite surprised because like I predicted back saints, and then like NG decided to release back sides. Either way, anything would work. So here's the magenta tail right there. Looking very nice. Mainly I like the magenta tail, to be honest. Like I like the magenta tail and the blue tail on this livery. I think it looks very nice. So here's a look at the magenta tail. I like the magenta tail. Yeah, both the blue and the magenta tail are very nice. And the registration of this aircraft is Tango Foxtrot India Charlie Delta. And if I can try to pronounce this correctly, I think this is named Bala. If I'm pronouncing that correctly, please correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, that's the aircraft's name. So we got 4 Iceland 737 MAX 9s in each tail. So kind of like what NG was doing for the Icelandair MAX 9s. So yeah, really nice choice from NG right there. Alright, so next up, we should move on to our... Wait, do we have some... Oh wait, we have a 747 SP. Yes. So let's move on to our 747 SP. And what is that? A Qantas 747 SP with the Spirit of Australia titles. And this is kind of like in their, well, final livery for the 747 SP. Well, kind of like between like the current and... this is the older livery before their current livery. But this was their last livery on their 747 SP. So here it is right there. Very nice. They already did a Qantas 747. They already... What was I saying? Oh, yes. So they already did a Qantas 747 SP already. However, that's in their older livery, way before this one. So here it is right there. It has the same registration, which is Victor Hotel Echo Alpha Bravo. Yeah. This should be a very nice model, and the 747 SP mold is a very nice mold from NG. So there's that. Qantas 747 SP. Now we should move on to our Boeing 777s. Now, Boeing 777s, I'm kind of like excited for this one because there should be some good models that I'm so excited to like check out. So let's take a look at that. And we should first have a Continental 777-200ER. Peter Max Coast Beam? What's that? Wow! So that's the Peter Max? That is a colorful livery right there. Look at this. You got like various colors of blue, pink, red, yellow, green. It's like it's just like a mix of colors in the fuselage. That's a very cool livery, I must say. We really like this like livery design for Continental back then. Wow, very cool livery to be honest, and not sure how NG is gonna like do with the printing, but hopefully it's good. And the registration of this aircraft is November 77014. I think I predicted that registration, except it's in the United titles. Let me see. Kind of like going back to all these like grids. No, it's a different registration. So quite an interesting it's a very interesting livery, I must say. That's a very colorful livery. So that's the Continental 777 right there. Next up, let's see what our next model is, and we should have an American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER and 75 years of service. Azrael Al Blackman. Oh, I see. It's kind of like I'm thinking this sticker. There's like a sticker that says, "Oh, American Airlines is celebrating 75th anniversary, so why not put the sticker on their Boeing 777?" So there's the sticker right there, and of course it's Azrael Al Blackman, 75 years of service. So yeah, this sticker depicts America's 75th anniversary. So it's on the Boeing 777, I'm hoping we can get like a Crow Boeing 777 from NG in the future. I think that model should be nice, and I think that model's gonna sell out very fast. So we got this sticker right there. Should be nice. And yeah, American NG is like killing it with their American 777s. They released one in the regular livery last month and the One World. So should be nice. And the registration of this aircraft is November 751 Alpha November. So we got our American 777 right there. Next up on the 777 list, we should have a China Southern 777F. And they skip like a registration. It's like a November 7-4 registration. But I think it might be delayed. I'm not sure what happened to it. But we do have a China Southern 777F, which I did also predict, I think. Did I? Hang on, let me check. Hang on, guys. I think I predict. Yeah, I did predict it at 777F. So there it is right there. So here's that registration. I think I got the registration. Oh, no, it's a different one. So here's the China Southern 777F. Very nice. And of course, nothing too special. Other than that, there's no windows. And it's a cargo plane. So the registration of this aircraft is Bravo 2075. Alright, so now we should move on to some Qatar planes. Of course, with NG. I think, yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna say, but I'll say it when we get into the Qatars. Alright, here we go. Qatar planes, here we go. Actually, no, we do have an Aeromexico 777-200ER in the 1990s chrome livery. So, of course, you got this right there, and very interesting right here, because like they released like a Aeromexico 737 in the chrome livery, and now they're releasing a 777, and of course there it is right there. Very nice livery, and the chrome should appear very nice. Yeah, so the registration of this aircraft is November 745 Alpha Mike. So there's the November 74 registration. So that's that. I think we should now move on to some Qatars. And we do have some Qatar planes. We first start off with a Qatar 777F. So here it is right there. Nothing really too special. I haven't seen a Qatar 777F, but you got this. Now, I kind of like had this thinking that Qatar is like NG's Emirates. So if you get what I mean, Gemini Jets would constantly release Emirates planes. It's kind of like that for NG models, but they're releasing Qatar planes. But yeah, what can you do about it? Some of these Qatar planes I'm not really interested of, other than some, yeah. But we do have the registration right there, Alpha 7 Bravo Foxtrot Zulu. And yeah. And I'm not sure if the other one's gonna be like a special livery, but we just have to wait and see. And it is a special livery, a Qatar 777F in a Move by People color scheme for livery. So kind of like a sticker right there. So here it is in the back. We got all these people right there, Move by People tiles. And yeah, very nice livery. Well, it's not like a special livery. It's not a special, like, the livery is not as special. They just like place a sticker on like the Qatar livery right there. But yeah, there is the Move by People livery. The registration of this aircraft is Alpha 7 Bravo Foxtrot Golf. So we got our Qatar planes right there. Let's see what our next model is. I think we should move on to some Air Indias. Actually, no, we do have our British Airways now. We have our 777-200ER in the One World livery. Now, I did request this from NG models back then when the One World livery for the British Airways 777 came out into like the world of aviation or the commercial air travel, and we now got this in April releases. So here's the One World 777, very nice, and yeah, I mean, like, I know it looks better on the 747s, but we got like a One World 777 on the BA 777. Yeah, there it is right there. Other than that, it's just a One World livery, and it looks very nice. Registration of this aircraft is Golf Yankee Mike Romeo. So we got our One World. Let's see what our second British Airways 777 is, because like there's 3 Golf Yankee registrations. So those are actually I said 2. I think I meant to say 3, but we got the first one right there. Let's see what our second one is, and that is a regular livery 777-200ER for British Airways. So there it is right there. I will actually be getting a British Airways 777 because like I know they fly this SFO and they use a 777-200 with the Rolls-Royce Trent 800 engine, so I may consider picking this up. And we do have the crown there, if it's visible for you guys, but there's the crown right there. British Airways tiles right there. So yeah, we're gonna pick this up, and yeah, it should be a nice model. The registration of this aircraft is Golf Yankee Mike November. And we should move on to our third Boeing 777, and I think the third 777 from BA is a special livery, so it's another special livery. And is it? Actually, no, it is another One World. Now this, oh, wait, so they released two One World planes at the same time? Huh, that is like odd. Very odd. It's odd, because like there was another British Airways special livery that under 777-200s, and quite surprised that they're releasing two 777s in the One World livery. So quite surprising right there from NG right there, of course. Yeah. So the registration of this aircraft is Golf Yankee Mike uniform, and yeah, it's in the One World livery. Kind of like the same thing for Mike Romeo. So those are our three Boeing 777s for BA. Now we should move on to Air Indias now. So let's see what those are. And here we go. We have never had this model from NG before, but now we have our first ever NG models Boeing 777-200LR. And this is from Air India. So here it is right there, Air India Boeing 777. Very nice livery. I will be getting this in the future because like Air India sends their 777-200LRs to SFO. And I think it's from like one of their hubs in New Delhi or Mumbai, if I'm pronouncing that other city name correctly. But yeah, here's the Air India 777-200LR, and it's in like some, oh yeah, that's the aircraft's name. I'm not gonna pronounce it because I'm gonna be so bad at pronouncing names from different countries. But yeah, there's the Air India 777, looking very nice. Registration on this aircraft is Victor Tango Alpha Lima Hotel. Yes, very nice aircraft right there. Next up, I think it's another one's like a Mahatma Gandhi, and that is the Mahatma Gandhi livery. So we do have the Mahatma Gandhi livery on the 777-200LR, and there she is right there. So kind of like the main difference of this aircraft, it features this Mahatma Gandhi character in the tail. This person, probably like some Indian history, I would say. And yeah, so there is the Mahatma Gandhi 777-200LR, and the registration of this aircraft is a very interesting one. The registration of this aircraft is Victor Tango Alpha Lima Golf, which I did see at San Francisco International Airport last year. So I do have like a picture of that aircraft. Not all perfect because like I shoot it with a 75 to 300mm lens at a far distance. I don't have like a Sigma 150 to 600, but either way, I did see this aircraft at SFO last year. And yeah, I would consider getting this model as well because of course, it's the exact tail number I saw. I saw this exact tail number and the special livery. So that's the Air India 777-200LR in this livery. So I'll be getting both Air India 777s. And yeah, so nice for NG to finally release the 777-200LR. So great start right there for NG. Next up, let's see what our next model is, and now we move on to our Aeroflot 777-300ER. And there it is right there. And of course, like Aeroflot. Yeah, nothing I do want to talk about this airline. Other than that, it's the flag carrier of Russia. And yeah, the livery is very nice, I gotta say. The registration of this aircraft is Romeo Alpha 73148, which is now the registration for most of the Russian planes because like they used to be like I think it was a Victor Tango registrations on their Boeing 777s, but now Russia's kind of like re-registering their planes into the Romeo Alpha registration. So yeah, that's that. I think we should now move on to our Boeing 787s, and I'm excited for these 787 models. So, well, technically not for me, but for some other collectors. So let's move on to our 787s, and we should start off with our Scoot 787-8. This is one model I ended up predicting, so it is right there. Very nice. And I'm not sure, I think it was similar to like the Qatar 787-9, but I'm not sure if the engine's like mounted a bit upwards like that. I think it should be a little bit more downwards right there. I'm not sure if this is like a CGI error, but just want to point that out. Because it kind of looks like the edges kind of like slightly upwards into the fuselage. But yeah, we got our Scoot 787-8, and our registration of this aircraft is 9 Victor Oscar Foxtrot Golf. What? Not Foxtrot Golf. It's 9 Victor Oscar Foxtrot Kilo. So there's our Scoot 787-8 right there. Next up, we should have... Whoa, we're having another Air Tahiti Nui 787-9? Quite interesting. So there's is this like our 4th release of the Air Tahiti Nui 787-9? Kinda. I'm guessing NG wants to like get all the Air Tahiti Nui planes in their release set. I think that's what they're doing right here. So there's our Air Tahiti Nui 787-9, and the registration of this aircraft is Foxtrot Oscar Mike Uniform Alpha, which I did see in Seattle Tacoma International Airport back in December. So I do have like a picture of its departure. I'll show you guys the picture of the aircraft's departure. It wasn't all that great, but hey, at least I got it. And I gotta say, the photo really ended up looking nice. And yeah, very nice photo. And the tail number of this aircraft was my first time seeing Air Tahiti Nui. So the first time seeing Air Tahiti Nui was back in Seattle Tacoma International Airport back in December, and it was this registration right there. Now, I do have Air Tahiti Nui 787-9 in my collection already. However, since they released this particular aircraft, I may consider replacing the model with this registration right here. So I'm just excited because like it's the exact plane I saw in Seattle. And I'm just really excited to get this model. I'm just excited. I'm gonna be replacing my other Air Tahiti Nui. I think it was back in their September 2022 releases. So I'll be replacing this plane with this plane right here. And overall, it should look very nice. So yeah, really excited for this plane. And here's the name of the aircraft right there, if you're curious. And yeah. And moving on, we have our Vietnam Airlines 787-9. So, I will say, I don't really recall seeing 787-9s at SFO for Vietnam Airlines, and yeah. Other than that, the Vietnam 787-9 is a very nice plane, very nice aircraft, yeah. So, here she is right there. Registration of this aircraft is Victor November Alpha 868. So, we got our two 787-9s right there. Let's see what our next model is. Next up we should have is an ANA 787-10 re-release. Quite interesting. So here's our ANA 787-10. Looking very nice. Of course, I already have one, but for those who missed out on the first release, now it's the chance to get this aircraft. Right there. Looking very nice. And registration kind of seems familiar. The registration of this aircraft is Juliet Alpha 9002 Alpha, which, if I'm correct, I think I may have saw this exact aircraft at Boeing's Plainfield Airport. I gotta like look back on my Instagram, so hang on guys. And it turns out I did see this exact aircraft at Plainfield. So it was like in one of like the remote stands, and overall it was kind of like on a sunny day. And I gotta say, the photo ended up looking very nice. So the registration of that aircraft is this registration right here, Juliet Alpha 9002 Alpha, which I did see at Plainfield back in I think it was back in June of 2022, back when I was in that month-long Seattle trip. Oh yeah, there it is right there. I would love to get this one, however, I already have a ANA 787-10 in my collection, but I may go for a similar thing for the Air Tahiti Nui. I'm not sure, but who knows. So yeah, there's the ANA 787-10. And now we scroll down, let's see what our next plane is. And we do have the EVA Air 787-10 in the Starlines livery. So there it is right there. This is a newly revealed aircraft, and currently it's still at Charleston waiting for its delivery, but this is what it will look like when the aircraft is delivered. So really interesting plane right there. Got our Star Alliance tiles right there, EVA Air, and the 787-10, the long plane. Very nice right there. And yeah, the model should turn out very nice. So the registration of this aircraft is Bravo 17812. So yeah, there is the Star Alliance EVA airplane. And yeah, now we scroll on. We should move on to our Airbuses now. So let's start off with our A318s with a LAN Airbus A318. Nothing all too special other than it's a South American plane. So there's the A318. Very nice plane. Well, very nice livery, I gotta say. So yeah, there's that. Registration of this aircraft is Charlie Zulu Romeo. So that's our LAN. Next up we should have is another Airbus A318 from LAN. This time it's in the 80 Años livery. So I think this 80 Años sticker is kind of like celebrating LAN's 80th anniversary. So 80 years of operation right there. So there's the A318. Nothing too special about this livery other than they're just slapping a sticker right there. Yeah, other than that, the livery remains the same. And the registration of this aircraft is Charlie Zulu Juliet. So those are the LAN A318s right there. Next up, for the Airbus list, we should have a Jetstar A320. And it has the big domain title. So I think what that is like, I think the titles are bigger than like the previous one because they did release one already. I think it's in the smaller titles, but I think they decided to like put in the Jetstar.com titles right there. And yeah, call it a day. Call it a day. Yeah. So no change about this livery other than just slapping this. Yeah. So the registration of this aircraft is Victor Hotel Victor Foxtrot. Alright, so that's the Jetstar A320. Next up, we should have is a Condor Airbus A321 in the blue stripes. So there it is right there. It's a very interesting livery. I kind of gotten used to like this livery. Of course, it was revealed last year. And to be honest, like I said, I do like the blue colors of this aircraft. I like the blue stripes more than all the others. So there's the blue stripes A321. Looking very nice. So yeah, there's that. Registration of this aircraft is Delta Alpha Tango Charlie Foxtrot. Our next Condor, because like there's 4 Condor, well I predicted 3 Condor A321s, but there's like 4 Delta registrations for the A321, so I think we might get our second Condor. And what is that? It is in the green livery, in the green stripes or island, so here it is right there. So again, not much of a special thing about this, and for some reason, is it me or is that supposed to be like the beacon light? Because like it's like a red dot on top of like the fuselage. Not sure what that is. Probably it's like a CGI error. But yeah, we got the green stripes right there. The registration of that aircraft is Delta Alpha India Alpha Charlie. Our next Condor is red stripes or the Passion. So here's our red stripes. This is where I kind of like to joke about Condor's livery because it reminds me of the Where's Waldo character. And so as soon as I saw like a red stripes Condor livery, I always refer to it as Waldo Airlines. So that's kind of like a joke because like of course you got the red stripes, and then if I were to place this plane on like a Where's Waldo paper, it's like fine Condor. But anyway, there's the red stripes right there. Yeah. It is, yeah. Or I should call it Where's Condor. But anyway, getting back on track right here. Registration of this aircraft is Delta Alpha Tango Charlie Golf. So there's the Condor. So we got all the Condor blue, green, and red. Let's see what our 4th aircraft is. And that is a re-release of the Condor A321 in the yellow stripes. Actually, never mind. This is not a yellow stripes. It is in the striped tail. The entire fuselage is white. So the tail remains painted. So yeah, there's that. Kind of like a blank plate with a Condor tail. It's kind of like their A330s. They just put the fuselage all blank and they added like the stripes on the tail. So kind of like that. Registration of this aircraft is Delta Alpha India Alpha Sierra. So those are the 4 condos right there. Really interesting. Alright, so we're kind of like close to the end right here. So let's see what the next models are. Next up, we have a China Southern A321neo, and if I can pronounce this, I apologize if I'm gonna be pronouncing this incorrectly, but it's in the Mutai or Mute livery color scheme. But yeah, there is this livery right there. Quite an interesting livery. I predicted this livery and shows up on Jet Photo, so I predicted this one, and there it is. So yeah, kind of like a very interesting China Southern livery for this plane. So yeah, registration of this aircraft is Bravo 10 or Bravo 1088, and we should have our second A321neo from China Southern, and yes we do, and it is in the regular livery. So there it is right there. Yeah, so very nice model for like the Chinese collectors right there, mainly for like the Asia sector since we had this. And yeah, very nice. Registration of this aircraft is the sister ship, which is Bravo 1089er. So we got our 2 China Southern A321neos right there, looking very nice. And we're kind of closing in on the end. We should have next is our Azul Airbus A350-900. And there she is right there. A very nice airline, well, very nice aircraft for this livery and this airline. So Azul Brazil A350-900, and I think they just delivered this aircraft like a few months ago, so it's kind of like new to their fleet. And yeah, the Azul A350, the Azul livery on the A350 looks very nice, I gotta say. Really love it. So the registration of this aircraft is Papa Romeo Alpha Oscar Whiskey. And our last model should be an L1011. And what is that L1011? That is a Saudia L1011 TriStar. To be exact, it's an to be more specific, it's an L1011-200 in their 1980s livery with a polished belly. So here it is right there. It's gonna be a nice retro It's gonna be a nice retro plane for all the retro collectors, mainly for like the Middle Eastern or European side. But yeah, you got this beautiful livery right there from Saudia. Yeah, it's a very nice livery on this aircraft, the L1011, and of course, the L1011 is a very nice plane overall. The L1011 is a very nice plane overall. So the registration on this aircraft is Hotel Zulu Alpha India Hotel. And with that will do it for the NG Models April 2023 releases for you guys. So overall, this is a very nice set from NG Models. We got great varieties from all around the continent, all around the world. From Asia, South Africa, Europe, North America, Africa, and Oceania. So how about that from NG Models right there? This is what I want to see from NG Models. Getting every single airline from all these continents around the world. So very nice selection from NG Models right there. And yeah, a lot of models right there for this month. Kind of like almost topping it off from their February 2022 releases. There's a lot of models in this release set. And yeah, you can expect some delays, but that's that at this point, because like NG releases big stuff, like big releases, of course. So, of course, yeah, you can expect some delays. Now, in terms of what models I'll be getting, of course, I'll be getting the Lone Star 1, because like 1 is a special livery, and I've seen this aircraft twice, so that's one model I'll be getting. Next model, if I could choose between like the blue tail and the magenta tail for the Iceland Max 9, I will be getting either of those. So that's an option right there. Another model I'll be getting is the British Airways 777-200ER with the Rolls-Royce Trent 800 engines. So should be a nice ball from NG Models, and overall I think this ball is gonna look nice. And of course I'll be getting the 2 Area India 777-200LRs in the near future. So of course one with the regular livery and the other one with the Mahatma Gandhi livery right there. And next up, I'll also be getting this Air Tahiti Nui 787-9 to replace my other Air Tahiti Nui 787-9 from the September releases, mainly 2022 releases from September, because I saw this aircraft. And if I have a chance, I'll also be replacing my other 787-10 from ANA to this aircraft, but it's in a future plan. But other than that, nothing much North American varieties other than these Continentals and Americans. But I'll just all be getting the Lone Star one because it looks very nice. And of course, the ANA, Air Tahiti, and the British Airways, I'll also be getting those, and the Air India as well. So if I were to rate this release set, of course, well, I would love to get the Salmon 30 Salmon, but unfortunately this aircraft will be repainted, so not on my criteria. But unless if I want to, then yeah. But other than that, this is a very nice release set from NG Models, and if I were to give it a rating, I would say I would give it like a 97%. This is a very nice release set. One of NG's best releases of the year so far. So, very nice release set from NG Models, and really excited to see on how these models turn out once the photos of the models are released. So I'm very excited for that. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on that post notification bell so you won't miss anything. Let me do the outro again. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on that post notification bell so you won't miss a video like this anytime soon. So yeah, that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Anyways, good night.